Okay, yeah, you guys can. Cool. Alright. Blast still works, that's always a good sign. I am trying to press space. What were the controls? Enigma. Blasta to move. E to interact. Okay. E to interact. Can I interact with this? I'm gonna go to the left side of the screen, because that always sounds like a good idea. See if I can walk up into the sky. Oh, I blocked off the star, now you can't see it anymore. This reminds me awfully of the Raincoat Killer from Deadly Premonition. Evening Detective. How was that drive? E. Not too bad. Was a short ride. How are things down there in Scottsville? Besides the 3 dead bodies and the serial killer, everything's fine. That's why I'm here, Jim. To uncover this monster. No time to waste. Let's head to the crime scene. Is that eyes on the door? You know, Jimmy, I already know where this plot is going. I am the monster. And you don't even know. Either that or you're the monster, Jimmy. It's gonna play out either that or the other. I'm not expecting to do Deus Machina in this case, so keep that in mind. You're already my prime suspect, Jimmy, and myself. I am the true suspect. I'm not... Oh, strange. That reflection is really strange. That doesn't really quite make a whole lot of sense to me, but whatever. The old shop. Yeah, the YE is actually supposed to be pronounced the. This is where the last murder occurred. Let's head inside. Oh, no. Jimmy, I need to collect evidence. Don't you know how important evidence is? Oh, F you. Case file says the victim sustained 2 bullet wounds, but died from blunt force trauma to the head and an abdomen. This was brutal, detective. We're looking for a monster with no regards for human life. Thoughts? Review the surrounding evidence for a bit. I'm gonna head out. No, you don't. I am gonna head out. Darn you, Jimmy. How dare you defy my invisible laws and I have to comply to them. This looks like bullets. 2 revolver shells. Very. More cigarette boxes. Chinese takeout in a cigarette box. Sounds like my life. This must have been a brutal massacre. Of course, right here, the evidence is 2 revolver shells. I had to out-top, so probably that's what the bug is. My bad. This dumpster is covered in filth. We have our prime suspect, it's filth. So many bottles. I should visit that bar. Oh, you don't even know. Because Jimmy, you defy physics. It is most definitely you that I know is the main suspect for being able to defy physics, as with anybody who's able to defy physics. It's the back door to the bar. It's open. Okay. Ah, the stool. Also a good place to start. Possibly something that could have murdered a person. Bartender, haven't seen you before. What brings you to Scottsville? Detective. I'm a PI working for the private investigator working for the Walker case. Bartender, I heard about that. Guess the police are having a hard time, huh? Detective, well, I've got a lot of work to do. Bartender, I'll let you get to it. So, yeah. Bartender is actually kind of a boring job, says the guy who pretty much worked every job in the restaurant. Thug. What are you looking at? You have a name? Because that concerns me. Did I die? Oh, I'm really tall. And walk like molasses. Gonna go now, bye. That was like so much murder. I've had enough of it. People are gonna look at it and say, what was it all the meaning about? And I'll be like, it meant absolutely nothing, man. It just meant this is a very long road to go through, and I cannot go back to the back alley. And that ye is actually pronounced as the. Alright, that was the most pointless effort I spent, but I had to make sure a true gamer never leaves any stone untouched. I'm gonna turn off the cooler in the same time, so it's gonna sound a little rowdy on my mic, sorry about that. There. I'm a little more warmer now. I will inevitably feel a lot more warmer as the day goes by, or the night goes by, but this is an improvement. Pour in some water. Oh. That is a car. It is a prime suspect. The second prime suspect, of course. The secondary suspect, I guess. This is a crime scene. No. I need you to stand back, sir. I'm a consultant for Scottsville PD, Scottsville Police Department. Oh, you're Jim's guy. Man. I don't think you want to go in there. What? Why? It's Jim. Darn it. My primest of the primest suspect is dead. Probably because I killed him. So that would still leave me as the most biggest prime suspect. And I need to... So I guess I need to walk around and then invent an alibi. What? Did I just teleport here? Detective, what happened here? Police officer, we think it's the same guy. Jim's been working. Wounds fit the profile. You can take a look around if you want. I also changed voices. That's kind of important detail. Poor Jim. Double poor Jim. Looks like the same ammunition as before. Another cigarette box. This guy likes cigar, just like me. Of course. I need to find out all the evidence against me. It only makes sense. Oh, stand storage. Probably that's what my actual name is. Hey you! Stop right there! Stop! Oh, no, never mind. What happens if I just hold left for a while, and then hold right? Alright, that ground is actually infinite, it sounds like. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that ground is infinite. That might serve to be a problem. Thug, are you really going to do this? I swear, I'm innocent. Oh. Hi, Shadow. I knew you were the reason. You're the true culprit. No other button does anything. E. So he has a split personality? Thank you for playing our game. We hope you enjoyed it. Programming, Peter, Jacob. Graphic design, Jacob, Will. Audio, Will. Okay. That was interesting to say the least. I guess we out-tab this out. For not being detective, Jim is an incredibly bossy. There are handprints. To be honest, I scanned the heck out of each game before running them, lol. Probably not tall, most likely two guys in a trench coat. We all blindly test each other's games when it comes to entries of being clean virus. We'll see things, everyone knows who started spreading a virus, but okay. So, there's a paste bin for the whole story explanation here. Might as well spoil ourselves the story. I've seen a few people not get the twist at the end of the game, so I'll explain it here. Please don't read this if you don't want to be spoiled. So at the first crime scene, you find 2 shell casings for a revolver, and after a blackout and a fade at the bar scene, you find 4 more of the same shells at the second crime scene. At the end of the game, you try to fire your gun only to find it empty. The implied message is that your revolver is empty after firing 6 shots at the other crime scenes, hinting that you are the killer, and killed Jim between the bar scenes and when you arrive at the second crime scene. You'll also notice at the end of the game, after you try to fire your gun and approach a suspect, your reflection turns and walk away, representing the other side of the character that isn't a homicidal maniac. Oh. My bad. Thanks for catching me that, Agent Parsec. So I'll try reading that over again, just in case people didn't catch that, which is... so the twist was, so at the first crime scene you find 2 shell casings for a revolver, and after a blackout and a fade at the bar scene, there was a blackout and a fade out? Oh yeah, I did mention that I teleported for some reason. And after a blackout and a fade out after the bar scene, you find 4 more of the same shell at the second crime scene. At the end of the game, you try to fire your gun only to find it empty. The implied message is that your revolver is empty after firing 6 shots at the other crime scene, hinting that you are the killer, and killed Jim between the bar scene and when you arrived at the second crime scene. You'll also notice at the end of the game, after trying to fire your gun and approach the suspect, your reflection turns and walks away, representing the other side of the character that isn't a homicidal maniac. Yeah, I did actually notice that, and, you know, it's not really much of a twist when I figured it out within the first part of the game. So I'm really not sure whether I was supposed to be shocked or whatever with that. I did get the implication towards the end that there was some weird split personality thing going on. So I do think that was like a nice subtle detail in there, so I appreciate that. But at the same time, I don't know. Kind of torn. This was, I believe, made by P-Blocks97, who's on there. P-Block97, yep. I haven't heard anything back from him or her, they. I should probably use the gender-neutral they. So, yeah, that was an interesting game to say the least. I do think that so let's talk about this. Innovation, it's not really innovative, but that's alright. I wouldn't, knock you down on overall for that reason. I don't especially think it was fun either, but that's alright, because that's not something that I think is crucial for this specific game. Theme, it's definitely not what I would expected, kind of like a very noir. It's hard not to anticipate the ending when the theme is you are the monster, to be fair. Yeah, exactly. So, the theme, I kind of expected some sort of noir game, but I did like that you took a route that most other people that I played games for this stream have done before. So I did like that. The graphics was pretty good. I feel like at points it was not consistent, especially in this specific screenshot here. You can see he's really pixelated right here. So a little more clarity in that, and it's a little more consistency in that would have been nice. The audio was pretty good. I liked it. The mood was spectacular. The writing was, for the most part, pretty straightforward, but good enough such that it gave you the sort of a deeper implication of what the heck's going on. It's a good twist, except that the theme of the competition itself spoils it. Kind of torn on the overall. I mean, as a narrative game, I feel like the one thing that the game did right was it rewarded me for looking at all the details in the crime scene. And especially when you have like a detective game, and I realized that you didn't have a whole lot of time to this, but anyways, especially in like a detective game, you want to make it would be within the game's rights. It would make a lot of contextual sense, that is, that mechanically speaking, you'll be encouraged to check out every single detail on the game. And I felt very rewarded for that, so that's very good. I felt that thematically, like the whole thing felt really consistent and solid. It was just really short. I kind of wish it was longer, but I realized I kind of like it for what it is right now, to be completely honest. So yeah, that's a pretty strong contender on my side. Haven't really experienced any game yet that was like mind blowing so far, so I've yet to rate anything that was really 5 stars yet. But I do think that for this game, like what I saw, what I was able to play, and what story kind of came through it, I really liked what it was trying to do. So was a big fan of that. Pretty cool game. If a pretty cool story, if a bit short. Was very rewarding to be able to observe a large number of objects. The game. More of that, as well as clues, would have been great. For a Ludum Dare game, though, it's pretty awesome what your team was able to accomplish. So great job. Yeah, pretty big fan of that.